Getting your first fish finder can be overwhelming between the features, the videos, the pricing, plus throw in a little bit of confusion and it can get quickly overwhelming. So I'm sharing with you guys the best fish finders under 500 bucks. But first, dad joke of the day, what do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. And that dad joke is brought to us by Kevin Montgomery of the Facebook group Kayak Fishing Dads. And the first fish finder on our list is the Garmin Striker 4. It comes in at just $169 at the time of filming this video. Now this is definitely an entry-level fish finder if there ever was one. Comes in at a great price, also comes in a very small footprint. This is a 4-inch screen on this fish finder. The great thing is that it has a fantastic battery life. Again, small screen typically means better battery life, so you can rock with a 6 amp hour battery and not have to worry about draining it for a day of fishing. This fish finder utilizes CHIRP as well as Garmin's ClearView. It also has waypoint marking, but it doesn't come with built-in mapping unless you get the CV Plus model. And it has flasher mode, which a lot of guys still like to use specifically for ice fishermen. So this is what makes it a great versatile fish finder. You can throw it on your John boat, on your kayak, or use it for ice fishing, or all three. It does come in an ice fishing bundle as well, so it comes with a little carrier, a little bag, plus a nicer way to hold the transducer for ice fishing. But if you want to switch it to ice fishing without the bundle, you can do that as well with a very simple setup. A lot of anglers say it has a clear sonar image. Once you dial in the settings, which is not very difficult, you can easily track your lures and find the structure that you're looking for. Because this fish finder is so versatile, it's DIY friendly, so there's been guys that have mounted it on ammo boxes and just put the battery in the ammo box or in a milk crate. Of course, with a small screen, some guys don't see that as a benefit, especially if you're putting it further away from you on your boat or your kayak, or you struggle with eyesight, and seeing a small 4-inch screen can be difficult for some. Some guys have complained of the cable being too long, specifically if you only have a short run on your boat, or for your ice fishing, you just gotta keep your cable bundled up. But a lot of those are not deal breakers in my opinion. For again, less than $200, it's a fantastic beginner fish finder. And the second fish finder on the list is the Garmin Striker Vivid 4 CV, and it currently comes in at a price of $189. This is still a compact and smaller fish finder, but at a little bit of a higher price point, still sub $200. It features a dual frequency sonar of 500 and 200 kilohertz. It also offers clear view scanning, so you get down scan, which allows you to see a little bit better of what the structure is beneath you. Some anglers like to run this graph with a split screen, so you can either see the sonar on the top and the clear view on the bottom, or you can even do the built-in mapping on the top and the down scan on the bottom. However you want to do it, it gives you a little bit more of that flexibility. It does have a feature where you can add fish symbols on the sonar for what it believes would be a fish underneath, but that's not always super accurate, and sometimes it's even distracting. And it has auto gain as well, allowing you to not have to mess with the gain if you just want to set it to the auto mode. And you can also change the color palette, allowing it to be a little bit more readable in direct sunlight or according to your preference. At the end of the day, it is a step up from the Garmin Striker 4 without being incredibly more expensive. And number 3 on our list of fish finders under $500 is the Humminbird HELIX 5 CHIRP G3. Now this is a little bit of a bigger fish finder. Instead of getting that portrait mode 4-inch screen, now you got a 5-inch screen that is horizontal, giving you a little bit more space and detail to view. And like the Striker Vivid 4, it has a dual spectrum CHIRP, allowing you to see a more detailed and clear picture. It also has internal GPS and Humminbird base map, meaning that it comes preloaded with up to 10,000 lakes and some coastal coverage, meaning you can see the contour maps, your depths, and everything from a mapping standpoint. It also has auto chart live, which allows you to chart lakes that you might not have preloaded. It does have some common complaints though, one of them being that it's not touchscreen. It might look touchscreen because it has that bigger screen, but it's not, and some anglers don't like that. But again, for that price, it's hard to complain about that. It doesn't have side imaging. It's only limited to 2D sonar, so you don't get down imaging, side imaging, just 2D sonar. And lastly, the auto chart that allows you to map lakes that are not included on here has an 8-hour time limit. So if you're out there fishing for longer than 8 hours and you're auto charting at the same time, it's gonna cut off after 8 hours unless you get a bigger SD card. And number 4 on our list of fish finders under $500 is the Garmin Striker Vivid 7 CV. Now we're getting into a higher price point. This is currently at $419 at the time of shooting this video. Now we get into a bigger footprint at 7 inches. So it is a significant bump over 5, giving you a clearer picture, giving you more flexibility with this unit. Plus it has multiple sonar frequencies for traditional sonar, CHIRP, and clear view. You also get the fish symbol ID, again, if that's something that you like. A lot of people tend to just turn it off. It also has split view mode, but you can view up to 3 different things at once. So you can have your 2D sonar, your down imaging, and your maps, or your maps and your down imaging, however you want to break it up. Because it has more real estate, you can actually see those split screens better. It also has built-in GPS, so you can mark your waypoints, mark your brush piles, your fish that you caught, all that good stuff. And a big one is that it's compatible with the Active Captain app, so you can view your waypoints on your phone later on. It has a built-in flasher, again, great for ice fishing. So if you want to jump it from ice fishing to kayak fishing to John boats, easy to do that. Some guys do think it's overkill on a kayak, being that it's a 7-inch screen. What a lot of people come to find out is that they wish that they got a bigger screen earlier. If you can afford to get a bigger screen, my recommendation is to do it, because more often than not, you're not hearing guys wishing that they downsize. They're wishing that they upsize the screen. Again, it gives you flexibility if you want to put it more further away from you, but still be able to see everything clearer. And the last fish finder on our list of fish finders under $500 is the Lowrance Eagle 7 SplitShot. This is essentially the entry-level fish finder when it comes to big screen units with Lowrance. It's not as pricey as their Elite or Carbon lines, but it does come jam-packed with features, and it comes in right at that $500 price point. Of course, you get that big whopping 7-inch screen, tons of resolution, easy to see if it's far away from you, again, in a boat or a kayak being a huge plus. It features a SplitShot HD transducer for wide-angle CHIRP sonar as well as downscan. It does come preloaded with over 17,000 US lakes already pre-mapped on the unit. And you can also create custom half-foot contour maps of any lake that is included or not included if you want to map out your own ponds or lakes on your own. Some downsides, of course, we're missing that side imaging. Again, common theme with all these fish finders, there's no side imaging, and a big part of that is that $500 price point just doesn't include it. It is a bigger unit, so a bigger screen, brighter screen, you're going to get more of a power draw. So you will have to have a little bit of a bigger battery if you want to run all day or if you want to run multiple days. And if you guys thought this video was helpful, subscribe to the channel, and YouTube thinks you might like this video right here. So till next time, guys, peace and God bless.